Hi, I'm George, W5JDX with Amateur Logic TV.
And I'm Ray Novak, N9JA with Icom America.
And tonight we're comparing handy talkies. We've got 3 different generations of Icom handy talkies right here.
Yes, sir. And we'll also reminisce about all the iterations of the ID-51 as well.
Yep. And we will go in to compare these and find out that they're almost the same with subtle differences.
And some of those subtle differences really change the way that you think about amateur radio. Nice and neat and tightly packaged.
So now, is this the same battery will work with the other Icom handy talkies?
Yes.
Recently?
And like I checked on yours earlier, this is the BP292.
Mm-hmm.
And the belt clip and the wrist strap for it.
Has anybody ever put a wrist strap on a radio?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen them all the time in Japan. And one of the other interesting things is they'll put little, some will be Pokemon and other different little characters that would hang off of a string off their cell phones. You're starting to see them do that to the radios too.
Huh.
But I've seen so many people that would try to put the wrist strap through that.
Yeah.
It's to go through the hole right here. And yes, it can be done. You know, we had this discussion last night.
We did.
If the user interface works, why change it?
Yeah.
Why move the buttons? So there you go, George. Proof that somebody puts the wrist strap on the radio.
I've seen everything now.
And it wasn't that difficult. I have more difficult getting the antenna out of the box than I did have putting that on.
It looks like the same antenna, these two.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Buttons on the side are the same as the 52.
Yeah.
And the 51.
So we'll move that box off to the right here.
So how do these stack up size-wise?
Looks like it's the same size as the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Now let's compare them. So you've got yours in a single mode, but DR. They look a lot alike, don't they?
They sure do. But they also, it looks a lot like this too.
But it's definitely a different size.
Yes. And there's one nice thing about the 52. Wait a
minute. You say there's one nice thing?
Well,
I got a lot of those to sell. There's many nice things about that radio.
There's one thing that caught my eye right away on the 52, and that's a color screen. It's not a touch screen.
No.
But that would be too small. You'd have to run your finger through a pencil sharpener for a screen this small if you're going to use a touch screen. But this one does have color.
Yes.
But it's bigger, costs more. This will fit a lot more budgets.
This is a more economical solution for it. Yes, you don't have the color screen. You don't have the Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
But
does it have D-Star?
Yes. And there's your charging slot.
All right, USB-C.
That's another thing that helps bring the cost of the radio down. You don't have the charging cup and the wall wart. And
you've also got coaxial cable if you want to use that.
So we've already discarded the poor 50th anniversary. I mean, that's a beautiful radio.
Yeah. There are things I really like about this one. One of the things, I've got small hands. This fits my hands well. And so does this. Thank you, Ray.
So this, let me see. In the past, we've done a smackdown.
Yep.
It's been you and Tommy. Are you having a smackdown by yourself?
Well, let's see. I've got 2 radios to your 1.
Mm-hmm.
That means I win.
Yes. Now that is something that is off of the 52. The GUI driven menu system.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that your 50th anniversary does not do.
No, it doesn't do that.
But even though this is a black on black type radio, I do like its look better than what we did in the past.
Yeah. I don't know what you've laid out the buttons a little bit different on the 52 than were on the 51. It seemed to be more convenient. And this looks like it follows that same scheme.
Yes, sir. I'm thinking this one's like at $3.99 on the street.
Okay.
This one's $5.49 to $5.99.
Yeah, this is a high-end handy-talkie.
Yeah.
So, considerable savings.
But there again, and not to take anything away from it, this one's got Bluetooth built into it, the color screen, more memory channels.
Yep. There's one other feature this one has.
Yes.
That these other two don't. And you just happened across it a while ago when you boot it up.
Oh, that scary, your introductory image. Yes, sir.
Yep.
I really like the USB-C with this one.
That is pretty nice. What? Okay, this is a micro USB.
Yes.
USB-C is what most of the new phones have.
Yes, sir.
And Androids have had for quite some time. My laptop even has a USB-C charger on it, so you could charge that with it.
Might be a little overkill there.
Well, it might be, but...
Do you think, though, you could plug in your USB... Wouldn't it be cool, though? Plug in your USB-C and then it shows up on your monitor?
That would be neat. I bet it doesn't do that, though.
No, I bet it would also be about $7.99
Yeah,
to $8.99 because there's a lot of proprietary software and everything else that you have.
Well, I wish you would do audio through it. None of them will do that, though.
No, but you do have the audio on your Bluetooth here, so you could put it to a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
Bluetooth headset.
Yeah. So all three of these are analog and D-Star.
Yes, sir.
Well, this one will display a picture if you receive an image.
Right. This one
over
will
data.
not.
That one will not. This one won't either.
No.
So
you can tether it to a smart device and send and receive images through the app.
Okay.
So you still have that data mode for the transportation layer. You do have your micro USB card.
And of course, you put your own card in there. None of these
Yes, sir.
radios ship with a card. 3 buttons on the side: push to talk,
Squelch power.
power.
Now you say push to talk, release to listen.
Yep.
Is there some of those guys out there that don't know that?
No, you're right. So essentially, all the controls, everything on these are the same.
And again, why change it if it works?
True. Well, why would you want to learn it 3-4 different times? Learn
That's
it
true.
once. Use it with all the radios. How many watts?
5 watts.
Okay.
Pretty much same as on all of them. 5 watts, 1 watt, half a watt. I think even 1/10 of a watt.
Oh yeah, because you got super low.
Yeah.
Nice looking radio. I mean, fits right in with the rest of the line there.
Yeah. So looking at some of the questions here.
Super low power is great for the hotspots because your battery will last forever.
Yep.
Can you clone input frequencies?
I think that's a trick question.
Yeah, because...
You cannot clone from the 52 to the 50.
Okay.
So you can't do it that way. Memory maps are different sizes. You're looking at, I think, 1,500 memory channels here, and I think we got 500 to 1,000 here.
Which is more than you'd ever use anyway.
But the boys from Georgia D-Star, and I know they've been keeping up with it because for whatever reason, people think that I've got the magic phone line to them. I can pick up the red phone and go, hey, did you guys know that your site's down again? And mysteriously it
comes back
up.
Yeah.
But they have all the downloads that you can do to it. But there again, let's think about it. Can you clone? You save the memory channels out of this or the repeater list,
Yeah.
export it,
Yeah.
move the card from here to here, and import it.
You could probably, that may just work. We haven't tried it,
No, we
But-
we haven't.
but it sounds like good possibility.
Yes.
What about, taking the micro SD card, read it in a PC app, then write it to a new card? Maybe that this is stuff that we haven't really tried. So we,
No, I just got it Friday, and
yeah.
so I mean that's one of the things about being one of the first kids on the block to have it. I bet there's folks that have done it out there.
Has it got aircraft band receive?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Does it have FM receive? FM broadcast?
FM broadcast. Let's take a look here. Let's see. Is it in
FM radio.
FM radio? How about that? See, it's funny what you'd find if you
Yeah.
scroll through the menus. Earphone antenna. So
Earphone antenna?
yeah, you plug an earphone in and it will use it as an antenna.
Oh, yeah, for the FM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you've also had that in
Yeah.
yours. So FM radio on. What's a good station, George?
It's not a good station, but a close station is 101.7, I believe. It's not one of my stations. And they don't play something I would want to listen to.
Over the weekend, President confirmed his gun violence on what would have been George Floyd.
So it does pick up in here.
Oh, yeah. You passed
So
by a
let's-
couple of mine there.
So let's take a look here. There's something that's different.
Yeah.
Charge only, serial port, or access to the SD card so you don't
Oh.
have to take it out.
Okay. Having the radio appear as a storage device so you can access the SD card over the USB cable is a great feature. I wish some of the older radios would have supported that.
Okay, I found it. Now this is interesting. It's under the DV set mode. So there's tone control. So you got receive bass, receive treble. So everybody can see. There's proof. Found it. Under DV set mode.
Okay. RX and TX equalization.
Yes, sir. And it makes sense because we don't digitize. We don't do any DSP work on analog. And it does have your DV gateway, so you can do your terminal mode and access point mode.
Okay.
Look at there, George.
Oh, it does do the picture.
Picture mode. You know what? We could make more money selling new battery packs with every new radio.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I would want to see a 10-year-old battery pack. And lithium ion batteries are dangerous to get real old.
Yeah.
But those have been a very consistent battery pack for us.
All of mine still work. I have no issues with them.
Take good care of them.
Yep.
Don't leave them in a hot vehicle.
No, I don't leave my handy talkies in the vehicle. This one's got some pluses to it, obviously.
It definitely does. By far, that's still my favorite one, but just one to quick grab and go.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the ID-50.
Yeah.
And for the friend that came over that didn't bring their radio, yeah, definitely give them the ID-50.
Oh, yeah. They don't get to use the big one. But it's got everything that these others do.
Yep.
Except this one has something that none of the others do.
The blue case.
No, that's one thing, but no, that's not what I was talking about. We've run across this before. We've talked about this before.
All right, share with me.
This one has AM broadcast band receive. It came with the second antenna, the 50th anniversary did.
Yes, it did.
And you have to put that on to hear the AM because with this, it won't pick up much.
No, that's because you guys don't put out much power on AM.
Well, put out 50,000 watts.
So, George, can you think of anything else that we need to cover or anybody in the group?
Yeah. Any other questions? I missed the beginning. What's special about the ID-50?
Wait for the video.
Okay.
No. The ID-50 is mainly to hit a price point.
Yeah.
Real cool feature with the USB-C. Not only the charge, I mean, you've got your coaxial plug that you pointed out to charge with as well, but operate the radio. You can download or upload your files to the SD card on it. And you can also use it to
I believe you
for
can,
the apps too.
Yeah, you can program the radio if you don't have an SD card in there.
Yep.
The other special thing I would say about it is it's basically this radio. Almost everything.
Except for the color display,
Yep.
the size. I do think the 52's audio is maybe a little bit more robust.
Yeah. Yep. A little bit smaller. That could be a plus.
And in all honesty, I mean, not to knock it that it doesn't have the color display, but this display is very sharp.
Yeah.
I think it looks better than your 50 or 51.
It's, well, hit a button there and let's backlight it again. Yeah, it's a little sharper, a little brighter.
But there again, it could be that whole thing. I'm holding a new radio, so the display's got to be better, right?
Well, I mean, it looks like this radio. You know, the 52, the display, although it's slightly smaller than this and not color, it still looks like this radio.
It's kind of like all those people that ran out and bought the 4K TV.
Yeah.
And still have standard definition cable.
Yeah.
The husband's going, look at how great that picture is. The wife's going, I don't notice any different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot sharper. All right, go ahead, sir.
N9JA, W5JDX, echo mode.
There you go.
Okay. Sounded very good, Ray. Is the ID-50A full duplex? That's a good question.
So full duplex, transmit on one. No, I don't think it is.
But it does have dual watch, so you can listen to both VHF and UHF at the same time, but
yeah,
DV on only one.
Right, where the 52 has both audio paths.
Right.
So you can listen to two DV signals at one time, where the 50 will do a dual watch.
With one of them being DV. Ray, thanks for dropping by and bringing this new radio in here and letting us compare it with the other two.
It has been interesting to look at it and really to go down memory lane on some of the 51 series.
Yeah. How much they're the same and the subtle little differences between them.
There definitely is, and it is interesting to see how over the years the basics stayed the same.
Yes. With minor changes like just moving where one button was made it easier to operate on the newer models, but just tiny little things like that.